Running today with the Radeon HD 4670. This is a 2008 video card with 320 shaders. It's got 512 megabytes of VRAM GDDR3 running with 750 megahertz on the core clock, 873 megahertz on the memory clock, 128 bits bus width. It's got only DirectX 10, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7 4790 with 4 cores and 8 threads. Very interesting video card, but the best thing we can do for it is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Let's start with Battlefield and see how it's running on 720p with low details. Look at this. It's got so many bugs. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, now this is interesting. Maybe there is a chance of actually playing the game with this. I'll take the bugs because I'm going to play the same games that I managed to play with that HD 3870. Not a bad video card, but it had one core broken, and maybe I get lucky on actually playing a couple of video cards with the same specs. Seriously. Nice, look at that. All right, I want to go around the map and see how it's performing. There is no chance because this is from the drivers. So even like this, I will take it. Maybe it's advantageous for the video card. 4670 versus a 3870 single core. Not bad. I use this black thingy as for my advantage. Oh, 36 FPS. Maybe in the battle is gonna be totally different. Yeah, 100%. All right, on the roof, it's got different performance because I have to look at the map. Nah, this is good. This is fantastic. Until now, 47 is very solid. 46 FPS. Temperature is still good in the situation. Maximum load on the core, not bad. The system itself doesn't have any problems, but it's being utilized. The CPU 30% load with 5 gig of system RAM. We got 50 degrees here on this occasion. Can I go? I wanna see if I can catch back the plane. Can hit the plane. Does it run Crysis? 720p, low quality. Let's see how it's holding, because it's very important, this video card, to perform normally here. Yes, please. Apparently it's holding. Ooh, with one single core, that video card managed to put 79 FPS. Not 79 FPS, same condition. This is not bad, seriously. I think the best thing I can do for this, just play the game and see how it's performing overall. 430 megabytes allocation and 315 processed. On the system side, I got 20% load with 4.3 gig of system RAM, 50 degrees on the CPU, it's okay. But I really appreciate the CPU, the computer itself, it's not struggling. I mean, it's not struggling. It doesn't consume too much wattage. I got only 148 watts. That's a lot. That's not a lot of wattage to achieve with a couple of solar panels if you're interested on going somewhere in the woods, or and 150 watts, it's okay, actually good on the batteries because it doesn't consume a lot. So powering up some computers with a couple of solar panels and batteries, apparently it's achievable with this 150 watts. There's a couple of laptops that can reach this amount of wattage, so okay, they perform really nice with 150 watts TDP. My old laptops goes around 60-70 watts consumption. I will show you because it's almost done. Another laptop that I want to test in the future, but that one has like 60-70 watts. In gaming. Wow, that's not a lot, seriously. 60 watts or something. And it's kind of nice to see it running with a lot of FPS, and consuming not a lot of wattage. It's peak performance, This is what I love about this, seeing the true wattage, performance, adjusting it. On 100, look at this. Let's do a reset here. On this amount of FPS, it's not bad, seriously. Having 100 FPS on average, not bad. 103. There is no discussion. This is a good game with this video card. I got 60 FPS in this occasion with 1080p. I'm on 1080p here with this, and apparently it's not a bad choice for this video card. Go Pikachu, go. Come on, I need to average this FPS. I got a 68 FPS here with this video card, and it's holding okay with 482 megabytes of VRAM allocated and 415 megabytes of VRAM processed. Not bad. I got 100 FPS on average with this, so if you're playing with Sniper, there is a chance on actually playing the game. But look at this. It's 100 FPS on average, maximum VRAM allocation, maximum core load, and 47 degrees on the video card. It's not bad, you know, from this. Shows that it's possible to actually play the game. Let's see how we're doing on maximum details. Compared to that 3870, I think it's gonna be not on a good page. With the 3870, with one single core, I had 60 FPS. Maybe it's gonna average the same. Let's do a reset here. Feels better, seriously. Man, that video card was underclocked and it was performing less than a 3870. I got the video card ready, so I have a 3870 to see how it's performing, comparing it to this one and a single core dual BJ video card. Not bad, seriously. Not a bad performance from this. All in all, I can say the graphics are good. 495 megabytes of VRAM allocated and 494 processed. This is maxed out. 138 watts. Bro, this is banana. The resolution is insane compared to the previous years that I had a video card like this. A previous... you wouldn't have 1080p on a video card like this back in the days. That's what I'm trying to say. So in this situation, this is good as a performance overall. I got like 65 FPS with this. In this situation, it's working better than that faulty video card. And it does a fantastic job. This is the only sad part about this. Some people are using hacks because they are starting the game without any platform, so you can report them. Was there. I got 29 FPS, man, on minimal. I can do the job with this. I think if I lower the resolution, I'm gonna have less stress on it. But do remember, I have high quality in this case with 1080p, and it's not a bad performance from this. I play Star Conflict with that video card, and now I got a single core in this occasion, and I don't even know what settings I have, seriously. So I got 1080p low details. It looks so good on 1080p. I freaking love games like this because they are working with low-end video cards. See, this is what I love about this. Running a game like this with so many FPS. I don't know what I'm pressing, but I'm pressing buttons here. Just press 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good performance from this. I got 497 allocation on the VRAM and 487 process. Dude, this is a nice performance from this video card. I got like 47 on average, 33 on minimal, and 53 on the go. Not bad. Every time I find games like this, I love it, seriously. Love the performance it's offering me here. Very hard sometimes to actually have fun with an old video card like this. If you're playing with something similar like this, you can see you can have a lot of fun. It's a nice performance. It feels like World of Tanks, but now World of Tanks, it's kind of hard now on this. If we're jumping in Dragon Age with 1080p and low details, I'm gonna see how it's performing. Wow, 40. Only 184 megabytes of VRAM allocated. Man, this core is not being utilized here. In the Smokes 27, some games are working really nice with this video card. Some of them, they're like 20 FPS. With that 3870, with that single core video card, I had better FPS. I had 60 FPS. Now I got 28 FPS. You managed to see in some games was like the video card was slapping. It was doing such a fantastic job. But in here, yeah, oh, look at that. 26 on minimal and 28 on 1%. Not okay. I got maximum load on the core, 47 degrees, and only 147 watts consumption. So overall performance is good, but not a lot of FPS. It's a bit depressing to see this with 28 FPS, you know. 26 on minimal and 27 on 1%. I mean, I can do it, you know, I can lower the resolution and get more FPS, but ideal will be to be on 1080p to compare them with all of the video cards so I can see which one is better. But in this case, this one managed to lose versus that one core from that 3870 dual BJ. I like this, you know, I like this video card, how it's performing, you know, but only in a couple of games. Here, it doesn't do the job. I need lower resolution. It's on low quality, but in this case, it doesn't have a chance versus that video card. Medium quality on 1080p with this video card. Well, I have a problem. The 3870 with that single core, seriously, on 1080p with medium quality, it was having 60 FPS and less core utilization. Here I got maximum core load and barely holding 60 FPS. I was actually rooting for this video card to actually have better FPS here. Seriously, 60 FPS and maybe 70-80% load on the core versus that 3870 that had around 60% load on the core. You know, it was doing such a fantastic job. I mean, yeah, I can't say nothing bad about that performance that video card had. I was actually surprised how nice it was working. In this case, I got only 250 megabytes of VRAM allocated. It's okay, you know, it's not a big problem. I think I can adjust it, maybe load details, and I will have constant 60 FPS and distress the core, or go lower resolution and keep the quality if I'm interested on that. So there's lots of options in this case, and there's no problem on getting the right performance from this. I like this, you know, I like how it's performing, I like how it looks. Not a bad performance. All in all, I can say if I really want to use this video card, there's a lot of games that I can put on. And I freaking love it. Not a bad performance, not a bad quality, everything is good. I mean, in some games you manage to see that what glitching, you know, the textures with this video card, with the drivers. I got here 95% load, 97, and it's holding okay 60 FPS with 47 on minimal and 28 on 1%. Half of the VRAM only utilized, temperature is good, 46 degrees, and on the CPU side I got like only 10% load. Overall, awesome performance. 1080p, it's an exaggeration, it's not the right resolution. So yeah, I think 720p or lower would have been much better with better performance. This is a good performance from the video card. 64 FPS on 1% is not bad. 83 on minimal, it's good. 81. Let's go to the door. Usually when I go to the door, I get different type of performance. 81, 79. Wow, it's actually holding. So I got 1080p, maximum quality, but with static light. It's working theoretically. This is the only way you can put this video card in a game like this, with that static light. If you don't put it on static light, you have no standing chance. But with maximum quality, you can actually see it's actually playable. It does a fantastic job. So I'll take this S.T.A.L.K.E.R, how it's performing here. I got like 49 degrees. It's getting hot, you know, ambient temperature is getting a little higher, and you can see that it reflects on the video card. But it did such a fantastic job with the temperature, and I really appreciate it. So with S.T.A.L.K.E.R, I got like 97 FPS, and it's a good number. If I use VSync or limit FPS, I'm gonna get it even a little more efficient, I think to 130 watts. And that's a good number for a computer, you know. A GPU like this doesn't have a lot of value. And if you're interested on getting an old machine like this up and running, I think you can do it with this type of video card. 4070, this is very cheap, like disgusting. It's like next to nothing, is the definition of next to nothing. If you Google next to nothing GPU, I think they will show you this. Seriously, it will show you this, because nobody wants a half a gig of VRAM GDDR3 from 2008 or so nice video card. If you were in a position to put your hands on a 8800 GTX or an Ultra, you will have had a nice competition, you know. Those video cards were like fantastic. Now that I mention it, I want to test the 3870 because it's a fantastic video card, and I want to see it compared to that 3870 with one core alive. And then I have to bring the 8 series video cards. I want to see how that video card was performing with similar games. I want to write it down and see the averages and compare them together. It's a fantastic generation of GPUs, you know. And this one, based on the fact that it doesn't have an 8-pin connector in the back, did a fantastic job. You know, and I think it will be a very interesting thing to see in the future. I like it. I recommend it because they are very cheap, and if you want a video card that doesn't have an external power connector, this is the video card to put in a retro machine. Did I say they're not expensive? they're not expensive. In the future, maybe I want to put this video card in a newish operating system. I want to play some newish games. It's got DirectX 10, not newish games. I just need a better operating system. It's got, like I said, it's got DirectX 10, and I wanna see some online games with it. If you have any suggestion, leave a comment, smash that like button, and as usual, I will see you very soon.